The turbulence that's blighted Italian politics in recent days will be resolved today. One way or another, talks between rival political factions to form a new government are faltering. The threat of fresh elections is looming large. And today is the deadline imposed by President Sergio Mattarella. Our correspondent Elena Cavalloni explains just why it's been so difficult for Rome's political leaders to come to an agreement.
Solving the political dilemma that has thrown Italy into chaos is a race against time. It involves a clash of personalities, personal ambitions and important consequences at the European level. All eyes are on the talks between the anti-establishment Five Stars movement and the centre-left party, the Democratic Party. They are having hard times to form a new government, mainly because they want to ensure they can place their own people into key positions. The outgoing Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte is strongly supported by Five Stars and want him to also lead the next government. His popularity among the movement and the electorate increased after he fiercely attacked his deputy, the far-right leader Matteo Salvini, who caused the collapse of the coalition government. The Democratic Party wants new faces in the government and is claiming important ministers in order to change the policies undertaken by previous coalition: migration, security, economy and foreign affairs. It is not an easy task for PD leader Nicola Zingaretti, who is facing pressure also within his own party. His mate and former Prime Minister Matteo Renzi, who is still very influential, is urging the lifting of vetoes in order to reach an agreement. In the meanwhile, rumors on Tuesday of Five Star Movement leader Luigi Di Maio aiming to keep the deputy prime ministership and take the Home Affairs Ministry led the talks to a stalemate. The stakes are high, and all of them know that going to snap elections would mean paving the way for a far-right government led by the leader Matteo Salvini. President of the Republic Sergio Mattarella wants to solve the crisis quickly, as there are international and domestic deadlines to respect. Notably, approving a budget for 2020 by October and nominating the Italian commissioner. The clock is ticking, and if the two parties can't reach an agreement by Wednesday, Mattarella is determined to go to the country. Elena Cavalloni, Euronews, Rome.
Europa Party MP Alessandro Fusacchia has told Euronews that it's essential that any new government takes a fresh direction and doesn't seek to continue in the direction of Giuseppe Conte's previous administration.
Well, the president gave political parties a few days to come back to him and see whether there is a new majority and potentially a new government. The first thing we told him is that everybody knows that there is a negotiation ongoing between the Democratic Party and the Five Stars movement, but nobody knows what actually is going on. There are plenty of public declarations. We told him that we are not sure that the time so far has been to the full extent properly used, and that of course we need to see what is the program, what are the political initiatives that the new government would like to put forward, and who's going to be the new team for the Prime Minister and the ministers. Because there is one thing which is sure, that we need to a certain discontinuity with the past government. Most people say that we are going towards a reappointment of Giuseppe Conte, but this cannot be just a continuation of what we have been witnessing so far. It's important that there is a new agenda for sustainable development, but first and foremost that there is an agenda to bring Italy back to Europe.